Hello, today is April 20, 2022. About the Ukraine war update, let's first go to the northern part of the fighting. Near Irum area, on the east of Irum area, there is 3 units being occupied by the Russian. Rubisi, Yataskiva, and Oskil. Although this information is not from the Russia Ministry of Defense, so we needed to further verify it. There's also information about the Toski also being occupied by the Russian. I think the information in general should be likely happen because Russia has been bombarded this area for some time. So maybe they are moving the ground troop. That's very likely scenario, although it's not 100% sure. Another one is that we got some video about the Russian soldier getting into the steel factory already. We will show you a little bit later. But first, I found a very clear video about this. Let me show you. This is fly from the west in the bridge area into the Aru steel factory, which is still under bombardment. You can see some building is smoking. So this is part of the Azov steel, and it looks like it's pretty badly damaged. And there are some other video showing the Russian soldier actually are already inside the building, and some of the buildings still smoking. Like this one. The soldier is working here. Some noisy gunshot is still heard on the background. And same to this one. Like there's smoke within the factory. This one too. So what we think about it is that this one is Severodonetsk. It's in a different area. So these are the more Chechen troops coming to the play. What I'm thinking is that the more likely scenario is that this building probably is being occupied by the Russian, more likely. Because this one is very big, and the video we saw is more process unit, not the cooking of the iron ore. So not this one. The flying was going around here. So what we saw there under very heavy bombardment, many of the roof were broken around here. So that's about the update for the Mariupol steel factory and the Russian front. I also heard another channel was saying the Marunka was taken by Ukraine soldier. I'm a little bit suspicious because the language did not explicitly say Marunka. It just say a settlement near Marunka. So it's not Marunka itself from the language description. I also think because Marunka is a very strategic point, like it's in near Donetsk region, and also on the highway to the west, right? That's the Russian soldier has to go that way, and there is quite a few high-rise building. Not a lot, maybe around less than 10, but still a lot of high-rise, right? So I think Russia certainly is not going to lose this position, but who knows? Like maybe the other possibility is that the Ukraine put a big force. Maybe they put a force in here and here and here, all going to attack here, use a big force. If that's the case, I think Ukraine certainly can overcome Marunka, but too much concentrated, too much troop on this location is a bad idea, because first, attacking a position will take far more resources than just defend the position. Especially you are like basically Ukraine soldiers are always like in high-rise building, right, in concrete building or brick building, so they can use like office building or civilian building. So in doing that, it's very costly. Second one is that there is no military, not a good idea militarily to contest this area. I mean, I know, I recently talked to many Ukrainian people, and they seem to be like determined to fight. But what happens is that whatever happened, like Russia is a bully, like a 30 years bully. Like Ukraine, you only like a 15-year-old, maybe 10 years old child, like, right? If you play hardball with Russian, I don't think you will end up pretty well, because you don't have airport, like the Ukraine is flat. There's no mountain. Like you can only use like a high-rise building as a defense, right? There's no other mean to defend. The Russian also, like the Chechen soldiers are pretty get used to that, and they just use tank to bombard the building, right? So since most of the civilian already withdraw to the west of Dnipro, I think the fight will most likely be very brutal, and the fight will not only the soldier will suffer, there's so much civilian suffer because of the fight. I think it's good. Terrible for the civilian. I think the whole war here, like either Russia has more population or like Ukraine has more population. It's just, in my opinion, just benefited the ruler, right? All suffer is a civilian and a soldier. So I don't think they, like Ukraine, can defend the eastern part of the Donbas region because you don't have airport, you don't have the best equipment. Like U.S. has the best equipment, have the airport. This U.S. is still losing the war in Vietnam, in Korea, in Afghanistan, in Iraq, Syria, right? So you think about the difference between the two, which is very easily understandable. Like, in my opinion, like Ukraine, the best bet is just defend the north and west of Dnipro. I think that's the best way to put it. I think fighting in this rural area is going to be very expensive for Ukraine side as well. Both sides will be very expensive. That's very sad, very bad for the civilian, especially. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. I think militarily, if I'm the general, I will not put too much troop to counterattack in the Donbass region, even though may make myself feel better. But eventually it's going to be both sides will be very bloody, terrible. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Thanks. Bye now.